Greetings and salutations. It's your boy D.Boom. Wrapping up this Wild Out Wednesday with these karmic messages. This is Divine Masculine's karmic demo. Divine Masculine's karmic role or mystery madness role up top. We have Divine Masculine's conscious role or direct energy at the bottom. Overall energy, which is fairly important. And we got the bottom line energy, which is very important. Now, kicking this thing on off, we got the Two of Swords, just pussyfooting around. Ace of Swords on my deck is Ascension. It's only one right way. You got literally left and right. It's only one right way. That's up. What's up? Goddess, what's up? You ain't going up, then you're going in another direction. Any other direction, which is here, just displayed right here. Any other direction is a distraction. Whatever it is, some mental shit you're going to have to figure out. This is a decision. What's a sword? Thoughts, decision, direction, mentality, ideology. Thoughts and decisions and shit. Clarifying that is the Queen of Pentacles. This is bossing up. The Khalees Bossy card. You're going to have to boss up on this position. So you've been in this position for a minute, kind of stuck at a fork in the road for a minute, masculine. But now's the time to really boss up. You really ain't got nowhere to go but up. We had this conversation last week, so it's time to go up. Okay? Since it's a karmic feminine here, we have, I don't know, kind of two directions you want to go with this karmic feminine here. On one direction, you want to go up with her, or you want things to be cool, or you want to, deeper the connection or whatever. But on the other hand, you iffy. It's the iffy part that kind of got you in the stalemate. Let's put some more smoke on the stalemate. We got Five of Wands, which means two things. First thing, it's outside conflict, shit that don't involve you, but you can involve yourself in it if you want to. You don't have to. It's like walking in a landmine or putting other people's shit in your life. Seems like this karmic feminine comes with a lot of outside conflict, comes with a lot of trauma, comes with a lot of negative shit you really ain't about right now. But, it's also life outside of home. Four of Wands, that's twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. Coming home. You being with the love of your life. You being with your twin flame, if you know what that means. You know what I'm saying? That's the Four of Wands. I told you, there's life after twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. And that's karmic situations just like these. Which you've dealt with from time to time, but that's just fairly important. Very important, masculine, is yourself. King of Wands. You're a divine masculine at the end of the day, not a karmic masculine. Okay? If you're going to try to build or unite or reunite or really try to make something happen, you should do it with a like-minded individual, preferably your divine counterpart. Person who beings with the same amount of energy you do. Who reads just like you. Not saying your divine feminine don't come with inner conflict and all kind of other issues and shit like that, but we got the Four of Swords, clarifying yourself here. Four of Swords, that's the doorway to your mind. Four of Swords is the idle mind. What's the idle mind? That's the Devil's Workshop. It's how karmics get in your life through your mind. It's how the devil gets on you through your mind. It's how negative, low-level energy gets in through your mind. And when it gets in your mind, Four of Swords, it gets in your life. Eight of Pentacles, that's your whole life in the card. You got a harvest. You in a good position. Eight of Pentacles is having a life. Congratulations. The average person ain't got a life. Well, since the average person ain't got a life, there's a lot of people out here that'll take from you. You ain't in a position to get shit took. You ain't really in a position to help nobody. You can help somebody when you get to the Nine of Pentacles. But it's going to take some work to get to the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is an A situation. This is a B. It's better than the D you've been at for a minute. That Six of Pentacles business, shit just being okay. You just having a healthy homeostasis. You just surviving but not thriving type situation. This is different. You're burning on all cylinders. You got your cake on. Been in your head for a long time about what mental direction you want to go in. And you finally stepping into the fact that you're going to have to do what's best for your life. This is your life. You've been trying to share your life. You've been trying to build with somebody in your life. You've been trying for a long time to not be by yourself, but you end up by yourself anyway. Since you're by yourself anyway, you might as well capitalize on being by yourself. That pretty much looks like your overall and underlay energy. Coming into this thing, we got the Two of Cups. This is the Lover's card. This is you and somebody else's heart coming together, attracting, intertwining, reconnecting. You want to get to know more about this person's heart, or this person wants to get to know about you. This is somebody that got your full attention. This is somebody who loves you unconditionally. This is somebody who's not going to break their connection with you, whether you like it or not. It's just mystery madness or karma. Clarifying this connection you got with somebody, whether you want it or acknowledge it or not, we got the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the grooming card. This isn't somebody you just got a connection with. This is somebody you're grooming, whether you realize it or not. What's grooming? Like I say, if you ain't noticed, the person tells you you're their everything, that you're their hero, you're the one beneath their wings and shit, you know, that they're eternally indebted to you, that if they lost you, they wouldn't know what to do, that a big piece of them would be gone if you was gone too. Like, anybody that's coming at you like that, genuinely, fuck with you. They fuck with you on a whole nother level. They fuck with you in ways you don't even see yourself as. Most mentors don't see themselves as mentors. Most Jedi Masters don't see themselves as Jedi Masters to their Padawans and shit. And just like a Jedi Padawan relationship, I mean, this shit gonna take some work. This ain't easy. Really look at Star Wars. If you're a Star Wars fanatic like I am, really look at the Jedi Master and the Padawan dynamic. It's a lot of tension there. Kid think they know everything, and the Jedi Master knows that the kid don't know anything and tries to come at the kid in the best way, but the kid being a kid or rebellious or having the same type of energy that you had when you was a kid, like, it's a difference dealing with a kid who reminds you of yourself. But when people remind you of you, 9 times out of 10, they don't remind you of the good person you used to be. They remind you of the bad person you used to be. The good person you are, which they are too, because it looks like y'all the same person, is the add-on. That's the icing on the cake. It's a dynamic. You got twin flame situations like mine, or like I say, my Divine Master is 30 years older than me. He's a 30-year-old version of me. You know what I mean? So when I look at him, I see the future. He look at me, he see the past. Future ain't here yet. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is on the way. Future ain't here yet. So when I get his age and he's not here, just like every Jedi and Padawan relationship, eventually my master is going to pass. Eventually I will be the master with a fucking Padawan. With a fucking Padawan. You know what I'm saying? Going through the same shit, completing the circle of life. My twin didn't have to fuck with me, but he did. He didn't have to get to know me. He didn't have to tool cup your boy. He didn't have to groom your boy. He did all of this shit at one point. As all masters and students do. Clarifying all this master Jedi talk, we got the Knight of Wands, which is moving fast and fiercely towards your divine direction. J for Jedi. It's part of being a Jedi. Divine, like I say, it's a Jedi life. We got 2 J's here. J's for Jedis. One Jedi master and one, Jedi apprentice. You know what I'm saying? The power of 2. Like, some bonds that can't be broken. It's the difference between a friend and your best friend. It's the difference between, like, your father and your father figure. Or your father figure and your mentor. Your associate and your FWB. What makes these relationships or these bonds different is the connections involved. So imagine the connection between you and your divine reflection. It's a lot more tense. It's a lot more like, look how difficult it is for you dealing with your kids. You know what I mean? Now imagine dealing with your divine reflection. Masculine, coming to the situation, you got the 8 of Swords. This is a self-imposed prison. False ideology, long-standing belief that just needs to be eradicated because it's obsolete now. It's just having walls up against your heart and mind. But if you have walls up against your heart and mind, keeping people out, then these walls are going to keep things that's inside that need to come out inside that can't come out. How are you going to express yourself? How can you vent? How can you truly express yourself if you got walls up? If you're wearing masks? Clarifying this Eight of Swords, we got the Divine Feminine, your divine counterpart, the Queen of Wands, right here. She got her uniform on just like you got your uniform on. And y'all both got eights attached. 2 8s. My book is 8 up. Y'all both getting 8 up, kind of going through the same shit. Not the same, not to say similar. You're still in the self-imposed prison about your divine feminine. Like I said, it's a long-standing belief you got about your feminine that needs to be obsolete. That shit is obsolete. It needs to be eradicated. Because at this point, you're just wasting time. At this point, you're just stagnant. At this point, you're just keeping something good from happening. This is a false sense of entitlement you got towards your divine feminine. Entitlement, take it however you want. And you don't, nobody owe you shit. You're a grown-ass person. You're an adult thinking another adult owe you shit. Even if they owe you shit, they don't owe you shit. If they pay you back, they good people. If they don't, then they bad people. Fuck them. Let them keep that in a relationship because they don't need to be near a person like you anyway. Like I said, we all adults here. Whatever you got, whatever self-imposed prison, it's a self-imposed prison, meaning you in it and can't nobody see you in it but you. It's a self-imposed prison. Once again, that's something you're gonna have to get yourself out. Can't nobody get you out of self-imposed prison. It's yours. You in a self-imposed prison about your divine feminine. You need to get up out of it. Why? Because we got purpose here. At the end of the day, what's purpose? Your divine feminine's role. What is your divine feminine's 3 of Wands purpose with you? Oh, it's her role with you. This is her role and her purpose in one. 2 things in one. Your feminine even does what you do. The role you have in life, your feminine does that all day, every day. She does more. And ain't no competition. It's just your feminine puts more actions and more behavior into things than you do. You do bare minimum. She do what has to be done. You do what must be done. She does what has to be done. That's the difference between her and your role. But part of your role, 2 of Wanding, is the 2 of Wands support her role. This is her role. This is her. This is you with a self-imposed prison around her and her whole fucking role. He could be a she could be a he. You know how we rocking. I'm just gonna remind you if you didn't know. Divine masculine, you got purpose with this divine feminine right here. If you ain't know. You'll have to get to it. You duck and dodge all day. Eventually you're gonna kick in. It's best that you submit to it. Best you be obedient now for God to come out the woodwork and start hitting your ass with the woodwork like Jim Dugan. Jim Duggan, motherfucker, like, alright, feminine, excuse me, masculine. You in regards to the feminine personally and the karma involved, we got the Queen of Swords. This is being 10 toes the fuck down on what mental direction you want to go on with your feminine. You're talking about your divine feminine. Or this karmic feminine that you got here, like in the overall energy. You got your divine feminine, I mean not divine, excuse me, you got your karmic feminine sitting up top. Like she's sitting on the throne. There's only one throne that belongs to the divine feminine. It's like it's only one throne in the universe that belongs to God. I don't know what the fuck kind of dicks y'all smoking on with this devil shit. Like you got a throne or a palace or a place or a realm or I don't know what the fuck. There's only one. It's Highlander. There can only be one. Okay? Divine masculine. You're the King of Wands. You're Neo. Well, who's Neo? The one. Trinity. Who is Trinity? She's your divine counterparts. It's hella bitches in the Matrix that you can fuck with. In the Matrix, they're called karmics. But you only have one divine. It's best to fuck with your divine while y'all 2 are alive than for one of y'all to die and you end up fucking with your feminine. Or feminine, you end up fucking with your masculine after the fact. What are wands anyway? Actions, behavior, shit you doing, shit you done. Not shit you finna do because you ain't did it yet. So at the end of the day, when it comes to this mental shit you got going on, use that at 2 of Pentacles. I mean 2 of Swords. Pussyfooting around, being indecisive of what direction you wanted to go with your divine feminine. That's exactly what you had. You know, you're gonna have to Be 10 toes down mentally. Be serious. This is being serious. This is really going up and being serious for once. Aside from being serious, Queen of Swords, King of Pentacles. This is the owner. Take ownership in what you're doing. You have a karmic feminine in your life. Take ownership in her. Don't act like she don't exist. Don't play her off. At least get her some damn dignity by at least acknowledging her. You don't do it with your feminine. But they queens at the end of the day, so at least treat a queen right, if not the queen right. You dig what I'm saying? That's adult shit. Accountability. This is ownership. There's a lot of shit in your life you need to take ownership in. One of them things is your whole demo with your divine feminine. All this shit deal with a feminine energy. There's some shit you're going to have to take ownership into. That's A. If you want to be with this karmic chick, be with her. Don't play her. Don't play no games with her. Don't hit her with the same shit you hit your feminine with. You don't fuck with queens like that. Ownership. You have a whole twin flame here. With a whole purpose and role to do. You got a purpose to do. 3 of Wands. You got a whole purpose to do with your divine feminine. At least take ownership in it. You ain't got to fuck with your divine feminine. At least take ownership in it. It's the least you can do. That's starters. Hey, you know what? You know, I didn't buy into this shit at first. I see this shit is pretty real, but given as real as it is, I still can't fuck with you. I'm sorry. Okay, that's understandable. Then you not telling the truth. Then you not 7 of Swords. Which ain't out here, but we'll get to that if it does. Moving on. Divine masculine. You personally, in regards to a feminine in your life, you got the 6 of Wands. This is victory. This is winning. This is a celebration. When it comes to a particular feminine, you win it. More smoke on this, we got the 8 of Cups. The reason why you win it. The reason why you're victorious. The reason why you celebrate. 8 of Cups, that's the Patty LaBelle card. There's 2 sides to that card. One card is being divine at all times, keeping your integrity up. If you're a good person and you do good shit, then there should be no bad shit coming about you. Especially if you got your business handled and your shit is in home and never in the streets. If you taking care of your business decently, your business will not be in the streets. If you're a good citizen and you really ain't doing no dirt, ain't got no dark shit out here, then you will be fine. As far as your integrity. You live in divine, you're going to be divine. But if you're doing dirt, even if you're doing dirt, keep that shit on the wraps. There's a lot of karmic motherfuckers that's really keeping their dirt on the wraps, so we think they saints and we really don't know what the fuck they got going on. What kind of wins are you celebrating? What kind of victories are you getting? You know? This is enterprise. What is an enterprise? That's you taking a risk to either A, create a product or service for the community or create jobs for the community. Or you become a walking, talking business to where, like I say, you're helping the community some way, somehow, whether financially, emotionally, spiritually, influence-wise, socially, whatever the fuck. Divinity. It's being on your shit, keeping your integrity up while enterprising. You got to enterprise anyway. Why? So you can work for yourself. That's how you break out of any system, is by creating your own system for you to dwell and flourish in. People do it every day. What kind of wins are you getting? If you think you're winning with this karmic feminine, well, why? What makes this karmic feminine a winner? Really, out of all the factors, you got a karmic feminine here, and you got a divine feminine who ain't going no fucking where. Let's add up all the factors. Are you winning with this karmic? Like, was this an easy win? You've been working like a motherfucking slave. Avoid it. Yo, twin, let's just try going with the flow one time. And then calculate and see how this shit is going to be. Like I say, what really are you winning? What really are you gaining? Besides Pentacles, because that's all this Queen of Pentacles is. She's just a Queen of Pentacles. It's a person, place, or a thing you getting out of her. And that's it. It's no type of wands, no type of behavior change, no type of growth, no type of ascension, no type of connections and shit like that. It's all Pentacles. Is that a win? Is that something to celebrate? Is that what you call a victory? Now look at your feminine. Since your feminine been in your life, look at how many wins you've had. Since your feminine been in your life, look how many victories you've had. Since your feminine been in your life, what do you have to celebrate now? Big difference, right? Something that should have been analyzed, but you can always take time and do that later. speaking of all that, masculine, you and your karma in regards to yourself, you got the Seven of Pentacles. This is the Re card. Feminine had it, you got it now. R-E-R-E. Reorganize something, revamp something, release something, reverse something, renege on something, relocate, rehab, rehash, relay, replay, reorder, rearrange, review, reset. Whatever it is, you're going to have to R-E. And whatever it is, you're going to have to R-E about 7 times because your life needs to be, like when you're in re phase, when you relocating, when you removing people and shit, all you doing is taking pentacles that was in your life that you don't need no more and letting them fall by the wayside. These could be friends. You going up. What's up? Goddess, what's up? If motherfuckers can't do the opposite of mustard with you, fuck them. Fuck them. They dead weight. They're just going to be anchors and paperweights in your life. Nothing useful. You tallying up. You really getting inventory on what matters and what don't. So by the time you put shit back together, which would be your 8 of Pentacles, your life, so you rearranging your life right now. Once you get back, you know what I mean, to a B, this is a C. It's passing. Passing is cool, but it ain't a life. This is a life. Sometimes you gotta take a L, you lose a pentacle, just so you can get your shit together and get shit back on track. It's the people in your life. It's the things in your life. It's the places you at in your life. That's what's gotta change. Not your purpose. Not what God already put in your life for you. Not, you know what I mean? If I find the 7 of Pentacles, we got the Knight of Swords. This is fear. Fear. This is the 10 of Swords. The step, after the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is the death or permanent ending. That's you breaking up with somebody permanently. That's you moving away from a city or a situation permanently. This is you leaving people out of your life permanently. Maybe it might change in the future, but right now, this is permanently. You know in your head, it's a wrap. You ain't going back to this. This is dead end, road closed, curving. Knight of Swords. Basically, that's just fear. What's the opposite of fear? It's love. Opposite of love ain't hate, it's fear. You fear what you don't know. You fear what you don't understand. You fear what you can't comprehend. You fear being in a new place that's unfamiliar. You've been with somebody so long, now you by yourself, you kind of scared. That's normal. You had somebody around your whole life, now they gone. You got to live life without them. That's normal. You know what I mean? You overcome fear. Fear is the Knight of Swords. So it's a step after fear. It's a step past death. And that's this. You get past death. How do you get past death? Kids. So when you die, you still live on. How do you surpass death? Somebody threatened you. Yeah, you either do this shit or you die. All right, I'll take death. Embrace death. You don't fear death. All right, whatever. If that's the case, we'll bet. I'll be seeing my ancestors soon then, bitch. You don't scare nobody. I can go past death. I'm past it already and I ain't even dead. That's what I mean. It's all mental. Death to the sword. It's mental. Fear. Knight of Swords. It's mental. God. It's mental. It's all mental at the end of the day. Fear is in your heart. Rearrange your life so fear ain't in there no more. Whatever the fuck you got in your life that got you scared, remove that shit. Let that shit go. What I mean by it is like I said, you took a huge L. In your head, you feel like this ain't the time to not fuck with people who you don't want to fuck with, but you don't know what's going to happen in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks. So you doing shit you ain't got no business doing. Like I said, whatever you got on your plate, God got it set up to where you can get that shit done yourself. You don't have to depend on nobody else's money. You ain't got to depend on nobody else's time, energy, and resources to get you out of any jam. You are the thinker who thinks the thoughts that makes the things. You are the master of your own domain. Master that shit. Because by you mastering your own situation, when you was scared, when you was at your worst, it's going to bring the best out of you. And that's going to help in the future. That's going to help in the future. Masculine. You in regards to yourself personally, you got the 5 of Cups. This is loneliness. You're very alone. And you're not just alone, you're emotionally isolated. And you're not just emotionally isolated, you physically isolated to the point where, like I say, you willing to cuff another karmic feminine. You willing to settle. You willing to do shit that really ain't in your power. You You got more power than selling. You got more power than just saying, hey, this is how it's going to be in life. You know, I'm hearing a lot of that shit now. The beginning of the year, everybody was balling. Everybody had money. Everybody had their refund checks. Everybody had their little scams and shit. Here it is, October. Motherfuckers out here popped, singing a whole nother tune. 1 minute they on Facebook, Instagram, flexing wise and cash. You ain't never gonna see me flexing money ever. Even if I had it, nigga, I don't want you knowing I got it. The fuck? I don't want you knowing I got it. The fuck? 1 minute motherfuckers flashing money, next minute motherfuckers are scamming. Like I say, emotions in this day and age is like drugs. It's just gonna be up and down. Should just be up and down. Like I say, it's almost fucking Christmas, man. A lot of people taking L's out here. You got a life. Protect your shit. You know what I'm saying? If you got a life, that means you got something to lose. That means somebody to take from you. If you by yourself, who can take from you? If you broke, what they gonna take? They just be practicing. You know what I mean? If you ain't really got a life for a person to really look at and gaze and want to emulate or take from, then like I say, it's cool. That's why everything happens for a reason. Sometimes when you lose everything, it's a reason. Because maybe it was during Christmas time and somebody would have robbed you even if you would have had it. Say you would have had, like you lost your job, it's going to be a fucked up Christmas. You're already thinking about disappointing your kids and disappointing, you know what I'm saying, your family. And like you just already chalking it up. Ready to get your Jay to pick it on from set it off just to make ends meet around this bitch in the way they need to get met. You don't have to do that to make ends meet. Maybe you might have to do that just to make ends meet like a motherfucker in a manner that you want them to do right now. But once again, it's all about motives and what the fuck you doing and the way you doing it and how you going about doing shit. Don't sell yourself short. You buy yourself. Usually when you buy yourself is when you find out how strong you are. Usually when you buy yourself, you find out who really there and who really ain't. You see, like look who around when you up and look who around when you always down. And look who's been there consistently. Whether you up, whether you down, whether you ugly, whether you fine, whether you in or out. There's somebody that's been fucking with you consistently, and then the people you need to fuck with. Not the people you trying so hard to keep who ain't trying to keep you. Take that how you want. Wrapping this up, future final row. Masculine, your karma going to the future. You had this card of your karma for weeks now. Twin flame, union, reunion, and recognition. Some masculines are so hard-headed and been dragging this shit so long to where, motherfucker, you getting a union and reunion and recognition with your twin, union, reunion, and recognition with your twin is your karma. I know this shit is definitely the case with my twin. At this point, we 8 years in the game. At this point, I don't know, my twin probably gonna get a union, reunion, and recognition with me. Well, at this point, it'd be reunion. Only time my twin probably gonna get a reunion with me is through karma. More smoke. Through karma. And clarifying this Four of Wands, which is home. Home is where the heart is. But home is also where the hate is, where some of the greatest become greater. God is in your home or your heart. Your twin flame is in your home or your heart. Four of Wands, home, that's the fourth, fifth dimension. That's not the world we talking about when we say home. We live in the world, but when you get inside your home, it's like the closest thing to heaven. You feel safe here. You can be who you want to be here. You can be butt-ass naked, cooking in my motherfucking apron, breakfast, bumping Sade, nigga, smoking good motherfucking bud, having me a gay old time all up in my domain, motherfucker. I could do that all up in here. Like, I could not have on no nothing. I could be Keenan Ivory Wayans right now. You know what I mean? That's the freedom you get in your sanctuary, your own crib. Was high the other day thinking about heaven, like, damn, what clothes we gonna have on? Like, are we even wearing clothes? Are we even wearing clothes? Like, what is even gonna go over my new materialized spiritual body that I can see God in? See, motherfuckers want to die and just go to heaven and meet people that's passed on an earthly level. Like, fuck that. See, I know what death is. I know what. I don't know what's happening once I leave here, but I know the process. I know me dying is just going to get me closer to God. Because here on earth, on this third rock from the sun, Daniel Sterling, the nigga that I am right now in this flesh, I couldn't see or talk to God if God popped out and wanted me to talk to him. I physically can't talk to God. I physically can't see God, even if he was here. I feel him. I hear him. I trust him. We connected. But I can't physically see him or physically hear him or physically communicate. He can be a she can be a he. You know how we rocking with God until I die. We materialize into a body to do that. That shit I be thinking about. How long it's gonna take and when I can finally be in a body to fuck with the creator. Ooh. Woo! Nigga, that's hey, I got so many questions when I get home. So many questions when I get home. I talk to God all the time on Earth. I could just imagine the conversations me and God gonna be having when I leave this bitch. I'm gangster, nigga. Like, hey, you know, what is the fourth, fifth dimension to you? What is heaven to you? Who is God to you? What is your connection with God is? Like, who are you? What kind of path do you lead? What kind of people are you influencing? You know? What kind of love you got in your life? You know? Who's God to you? Who is you to you? Who is your twin to you? You know? Final card of your message, we got the Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior. This is being overburdened. This is the straw that break the camel back. Last straw. This is you consciously going into the future. You consciously going to the future, we got a last straw here. It's under this twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. We got your role. Nine of Wands plus Two of Wands, what's that? 11 Wands. That's 11. We got 4 Wands out here. 11. 11. You know, it's like a lot of shit on 4 Wands hit home. And it's all gonna happen through actions. 2 of Wands, that's your role. What is your role? It's an action. Fuck. What is your role? It's the 2 of Wands. What are Wands? Actions, behavior, shit you doing, shit you've done, not shit you finna do because you ain't did it yet. All you gotta do is your role. Here you are finna break your back. Here you are finna overexert yourself. Here you are finna lose everything. Here you are finna lose your mind. Here you are finna lose your temper. Here you are finna lose your whole essence, man. Because you don't want to put in no work. You are divine masculine. Your role in life is the 2 of Wands. Okay? Here you are. This is your role. Here's your divine feminine. Here's her role. It's part of your role to 2 of Wands, your divine 3 of Wands. This has to eventually be like this, which means you have to eventually be like this. You're going to have to follow your feminine one of these fucking days. Y'all facing in the same goddamn direction. Anyway, you're going to have to follow the divine feminine. You're going to have to let your actions do the talking. Like I said. And I see it for some. It's just as simple as that. Yeah, I was checking out this little twin flame shit you always used to be looking at and talking about. They said something like, I had a role. You got a role for me? And for the feminists who do got a role for their masculine, get their ass to ease on down the road. It's, like I say, you just got to get them working. This is work. This is getting them going. Get your masculine going towards the 3 of Wands. What's this? This is the ladder out the crab bucket. This the plantation. This the Underground Railroad. 4 of Wands. This Freedom Town. How do you get there? Through Ace of Swords. Where Ace of Swords at? Where Ace of Swords at, man? Boy, stop. I just had Ace of Swords, cuz. I don't. Well, Ace of Swords. Through Ascension. 4 of Wands. This is Twin Flame Union, Reunion, and Recognition. This is purpose. Through purpose, you will get home. Feminine, this is your role. So you always going to and from home because you know the way home. Masculine, you got to at least do your role to get on your purpose to get home. And you need to get home. This is the way you're going. Follow this route. This is blueprints. This is a fucking route. You know what I'm I'm saying? So you ain't really pussyfooting around Two of Swords about life after home because you know how to get home. That's the message that I got. Hope I can be a good use. It's your boy D.Boom. Please stay tuned for the rest of the astrologies tomorrow or maybe tonight. And I'm going to wrap up the divine readings tomorrow too, which would be Twin Flames and Union, Reunion, and Recognition, and Twin Flames and Separation. If you want a book, please holler at me. Definitely got flexible time for you right now. I know I'm probably going to start working like a mofo. Probably going to get back to work next week. And once I get back to work, like I say, it's back to the grind. Right now, I say I got about 2 weeks of super duper duty free time to help anybody that needs my assistance. All right? Holler at me. 1.